Hi, this is Karen from Case of Adventure. We do countries for kids, units for homeschoolers. Each one consists of a travel mystery novel to read and a beautiful adventure book filled with pages of learning and tons of activities to work through. We've got Switzerland Adventure, Scotland Adventure, England, Italy, France Adventure, Romania Adventure, and our new one, United States Adventure. We've also got Singapore and New Zealand Adventure. So you read the story, you complete the missions, you experience the culture. You study the country, you create the mini books, do the activities, and you solve the clues with your secret codes as a discovery agent. When you buy one of our Countries for Kids units, you get a special Discovery Agent Fun Pack containing a whole lot of secret codes to solve your clues. You'll also need to do fingerprints and badges and learn all the secret agent code phrases and hand signals and practice them on your family. There's also a secret agent mission to complete at the end of each chapter of your Countries for Kids novel. Our novels that go along with the adventure book are Cuckoo Clock Secrets in Switzerland, A Clash of Swords in Scotland, Undercover Enterprise in England, Olive Oil Operation in Italy, Felons and Foie Gras in France, Royal Rendezvous in Romania, and Newspapers and Neckties in New York. Along with each novel is the country's adventure book, filled with learning pages, landmarks, and lots of fun activities to complete. For more information, go to caseofadventure.com. Hey there, traveler. Are you ready to have an exciting adventure? We're about to explore the marvelous country of France. It's the land of corrupt kings and fancy food, the Cathedral of Notre Dame, the Tour de France cycling race, and Napoleon. Have you heard of the Mona Lisa painting at the Louvre Art Museum, Versailles Palace, and the Eiffel Tower? We're going to explore it all. You'll taste French bread, croissants, creme brulee, and maybe even snails and foie gras. Grab your passport and let's hit the road. Along the way, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our France for Kids product and our free France printables. We're going to start by reading from France Adventure. And during this episode, you're going to learn lots of things about France. Salut, my name is Faye. My home is the city of Paris. It's also the capital of France. You say Paris. It's so beautiful. We go for long walks along the Seine River or in the gardens near the Eiffel Tower. I like to help in my family's restaurants. I'm learning to cook French cuisine. My big brother Philippe is an amazing chef and I love to eat his food. Here you can find Notre Dame Cathedral and the Arc de Triomphe. It's also home to Disneyland Paris, and that's the only Disneyland in Europe. France is known for its excellent gourmet cuisine. Our pastries are definitely worth trying. We did not invent the croissant, but we made it famous. Our French cheeses include camembert and brie. Baguettes are the long, thin French bread you can find in any bakery here. And if you're adventurous, you might want to try escargot, which is basically snails. Some people find them weird, but to the French, they're delicious. Some well-known French people were Napoleon Bonaparte, who made great conquests, Joan of Arc, the martyr and saint, and Louis Braille, the inventor of Braille for blind people. We have many famous artists as well, such as Claude Monet and Pierre-Auguste Renoir. French is spoken throughout the world. Do you know any French? The French flag is blue and white and red. If you go to find our Free France printables, there'll be a flag that you can color and learn about. Some people say that each color of the French flag represents part of the motto of the French Revolution: blue for freedom, white for equality, and red for brotherhood. Paris is the capital of France, and some of the big cities are Lyon, Marseille, Bordeaux, Nice, and Dijon. Have you heard of Dijon mustard? In our free pack and in France Adventure, you can fill in the blank map of France. The Louvre is one of the most well-known museums in the entire world. About 10 million people come to visit it every year. Out of those, about 8 million probably come to see the Mona Lisa painting by Leonardo da Vinci. The Louvre holds many masterpieces within its walls. Did you know that despite the fact that the museum was opened around the time of the French Revolution, the actual building was built back in the 12th century? It was used as a residence for royalty back then, until Louis XIV moved to the Palace of Versailles. If you have seen the Louvre, you may have noticed a glass pyramid standing in front of it. This pyramid is actually one of 5. If you check out all the awesome art and it makes you hungry while visiting, then you could head over to one of the many cafes or fancy restaurants inside the Louvre. Have you heard of Notre Dame Cathedral? Recently, there was a big fire there, and it took a few years to rebuild. It was opened last year again. It was built about 800 years ago. That's a long time. It's right in the middle of Paris and has a big bell that weighs 13 tons called the Emmanuel Bell. It has 2 towers that are 226 feet high, and they have 387 steps. There are beautiful stained glass windows, some from many hundreds of years ago when it was built.
What languages do they speak? Let's learn a few phrases.
If you were visiting France, you'd need to learn a few words. I'm not good with the accent, but you can try. S'il vous plaît is please, and yes is oui. So if you want to say yes, please, say oui, s'il vous plaît. If you want to say thank you, that's merci. Or no thank you would be non merci. Then how would you say hello, bonjour, and goodbye, au revoir? Bonjour and au revoir. And then how about that good old I love you, je t'aime? So remember, yes is oui, and no is non. Thank you is merci, and please is s'il vous plaît. Hello is bonjour, and goodbye is au revoir.
What kind of food do they eat?
French food is often eaten in small courses. French people love to have a baguette with their meal, or after it with some cheese as a cheese course. A croque monsieur is a grilled ham and cheese sandwich that has bechamel or white sauce on the top. It has more sauce and cheese on top of the sandwich than inside, and this creates the most cheesy, gooey thing you'll ever eat. It's so much better than a plain cheese sandwich. You'll never want to stop eating it. See if you can try a croque monsieur or make one at home. Cordon bleu is meat stuffed with ham and cheese. It can be made from chicken or pork or veal. So the chicken breast would be pounded flat and then wrapped around the filling of ham and cheese. It would then be breaded or crumbed and then fried or baked. It's delicious. Niçoise salad is a salad from the region of Provence in France. It contains lettuce, tomatoes, boiled eggs with tuna, olives, and anchovies, and sometimes green beans. French onion soup is very popular. It's made by cooking various types of onions like shallots and is topped with a slice of baguette covered in cheese. Ratatouille is a vegetable stew that usually includes vegetables like aubergines, onion, tomato, zucchini, or marrows. Gratin dauphinois is made from sliced potatoes baked with cream, milk, nutmeg, and lots of cheese. The potatoes are sliced to the thickness of a coin. Crepes are thin French pancakes that are filled with sweet and savory fillings. Well, not both at the same time, one or the other. You can have a dessert crepe filled with cream and sugar or syrupy sauce, or you could fill it with cheese and ham. They're like a big flat pancake. Creme brulee is a dessert that has a custard base and a layer of caramelized sugar on top. Creme brulee means burnt cream. All of these French foods are delicious. You can choose one to make for your French meal at the end of your France for Kids adventure.
Did you know about our Case of Adventure product?
France for Kids, an adventure book and novel. You can find it on caseofadventure.com. It's a France-themed unit for homeschoolers age 7 to 11, a unique and exciting study of France. The adventure book and the novel work together to teach your kids about the country of France. Your kids will embark on a thrilling adventure and have a ton of fun learning about France in a way they'll never forget. This unit consists of the France Adventure book, which is the learning pages and tons of activities to work through, and the novel Felons and Foie Gras in France. Now, both of these are available on our website in print and in digital format. You can choose. So that's caseofadventure.com. Transport in Paris. There are many ways to travel around the city of Paris. You can rent a scooter or a car. Often you can rent a vehicle at a train station or airport and then return it at your destination. The metro is one of the fastest ways to get around Paris. It has over 300 stations. You can buy a train ticket for around €2. You can also take a tram, which uses the same ticket system as the metro. And it's not very useful as the tram lines only travel around the outside perimeter of the city. Bus routes take you all around the city on Mondays to Saturdays, and you can buy snacks at some of the stations. If you're under 26 years old, you can buy a youngster ticket on French public holidays or the weekends. I'm sure you've heard of the Eiffel Tower. It's one of the most famous landmarks in the world. The tower is 324 meters tall. It has 3 levels and is made almost entirely of wrought iron. It's named after Gustave Eiffel, but it was actually designed by 2 men who worked for his company. Work was started in 1887 and was completed in 1889. It was built as the entrance for the 1889 World's Fair in Paris, and the plan was to tear it down after 20 years. Can you imagine? But this was never done because it was the perfect place for a telegraphy antenna. That means it was used a lot in early wireless telegraphy and broadcasting. The Eiffel Tower was a prime location for this and served as a vital tool for military communication during the First World War. Mont Blanc is the highest mountain in the Alps and the second highest in Europe. It's 4,810 meters or 15,780 feet tall and is on the border between France and Italy. Mont Blanc is French for white mountain because it's usually covered with snow. You can climb, but it's not easy. There are huts to stay overnight, and the record for ascending and descending the mountain is about 5 hours. That's pretty fast. The DGSI is the Direction Générale de la Sécurité Intérieure. That's a French security agency like the FBI. They are charged with counter-espionage, counter-terrorism, and countering cybercrime. The city of Paris is divided into 20 arrondissements. It's quite easy to figure out as number 1 is in the middle, and then the numbers go up in a spiral like a snail shell until you reach 20. You can see a picture of what this looks like in France Adventure. Currency. The currency that people use in France and many other countries around there is called the euro. 1 euro is worth just over $1. Until 2002, the French used a different currency called the French franc. French franc notes had pictures of famous French people such as Gustave Eiffel, Marie Curie, and Hector Berlioz. The French franc coins date all the way back to 1360 in medieval times. The Seine River. The Seine is the second longest river in France, and it's 485 miles long. It flows right through the middle of Paris, and many of the city's most famous landmarks can be seen from the Seine, like the Louvre and the Eiffel Tower. A boat ride along the river is a great way to see the city. There are several different companies that provide boat tours. On a night tour, you can see all the bridges and buildings in the city lit up. The Eiffel Tower also lights up with sparkly lights at the start of every hour in the evenings.
Let's learn about their culture and traditions.
French music is delightful. The traditional French music is varied and unique to each region of France. In Paris, vibrant music is performed by stringed instruments like the violin and percussion like the tambourine. Traditional songs from South France are influenced by Spanish tradition and often use the tun-tun and the zirula. The music of Normandy and the western regions of France are influenced by Celtic traditions. The traditional dress of France, women wear long dresses with white aprons, lace collars, and lace headdresses. Men wear white shirts with black trousers and close-fitting vests. These are called Breton costumes and are associated with French culture. We have a free France printable pack for you. Just go to caseofadventure.com/France. And there you can fill in your name and email and download your free France printable pack. It's got maps, country flags, fun info, crosswords, coloring pages, postcards, passport stamps, journal page, recipe cards, and more. So that's caseofadventure.com/France.
Here are some fun facts and jokes.
There are thousands of castles in France. Most restaurants in France serve baguettes for free as a side. The French army is the only army in the world that still uses carrier pigeons. The Louvre was originally built as a fortress against invaders. It was later used as a palace before it was converted into a museum. More than a quarter of France is covered in forest. In France, it's illegal to name your pig Napoleon. Louis the 19th of France was king for only 20 minutes in 1830. And here's a couple of jokes. How did the French leader Napoleon have fun? By throwing a bone a party. Why do French people only eat one egg at breakfast? Because one egg is enough. That's how you say egg in French. Did you know a cheese factory exploded in France? Debris everywhere.
Discovery agents, here is your mission.
In your France for Kids adventure, the novel Felons and Foie Gras in France is what you'll read. And at the end of each chapter, there'll be a discovery agent mission. I'm going to mention a couple now so you can get a head start on your missions. Number 1, look at a picture of the glass pyramid outside the Louvre. Design your own fancy or secret entrance to a building. Number 2, how could you tell if people had been meeting secretly someplace? Think like a detective. Then, what would you order in a French restaurant? Use Google Translate to translate your order into French. And make a menu of some of your family's favorite courses to eat. You can take orders from your family if you need ideas. Thanks for listening today. France is such a fun country with so much going on and so much to learn about. Remember, you can go and find France for Kids on caseofadventure.com. Have a lovely week.